Hi there. How you doing? Good afternoon. Wow. And welcome to another program in the series of What's on Your Mind. I'm Carl. The program is produced by Break Tru Tv at gmail.com. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Wow. Let me say thank you for tuning in. And I know it's a busy night for a lot of us. So, let me say thank you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As you know, this is a program about what's on your mind. But I always sort of look of what's happening around the world in the last weeks or, a couple of days or so, to start the program. As I say, the program is produced by Break Tru Tv at gmail.com. And I know there's a big match on tonight, but I think we'll actually catch the second part of the marvelous game. Gonna chat about that a little later on. So let me look at a couple of things that's been happening in the news lately. You know what I mean? A West Mercia police officer is to stand retrial for assaulting Dalian Atkinson, the ex-footballer. She was found. The juror couldn't sort of reach a verdict, so she has to be retried again. And another officer has been actually convicted of murdering the ex-footballer Dalian Atkinson. Benjamin Monk has only received 8 years. And what can you say? What can you say? So we'll see. Can't say much about the next prosecution at the moment because it has to go to court. So we can't say anything else to sort of prejudice that case. Moving on. So, mask. From the end of this month, next month, mask will no longer be compulsory in the UK. The Prime Minister, as well as the Health Minister, Sajid Javid, is trying to open up all the restrictions. So, by the end of, the 19th, which they call Freedom Day, I don't know why they call it Freedom Day. As far as I'm concerned, I have always been free. I think so, yeah. So they call it Freedom Day. So as I say, and from the 19th of July, everybody will be feeling better. And you'll be able to do what you want to do, and and the parties will be back, and people will be able to go to church regular, and all that sort of thing. But I'm not going to say it because you just don't know. You just don't know what's gonna happen next. So I'll leave that one where it is. I'll bring up that one where it is. We look at Barbados. In Barbados, there's been a very bad hurricane, and Hurricane Elsa has swept across the Caribbean, and it's hit most of the Caribbean islands. It was downgraded to a tropical storm, but nevertheless, places like Jamaica, Dominican Republic, St. Lucia has had heavy flooding, and it's on its way to, if it hasn't got there already, it's on its way to Cuba, and then hopefully will sort of fade out as a tropical storm when it gets into the United States. So those are what happens sometimes, and it's the season for hurricane. The hurricane season. It's hurricane season now. This is the first one, and this was quite a big one. So it's the first, and as I say, it's the season, and it goes on until probably quite a while, right down into probably September, October. It depends though. It depends on when. Because sometimes it can suddenly change its mind, and then you don't see any, and then after a while you just see some more. So it's one of them ones. Moving on. Bill Cosby has walked free after sexual assault conviction was overturned. The 83-year-old, in his case, the trial was unfair. So he has been released. Yes. And we all know Bill Cosby and, Bill Cosby and what he is and who he is. And so, it's one of them ones. So it is, fantastic comedian. We've all sit around and have a laugh with him and, over the years and all those wonderful programs he did, So it's good to see him, And we hope everything will work out okay. Yeah? Moving on. Now, number 10 has condemned the toppling of a couple of statues in Canada. And demonstrators have toppled Queen Elizabeth II statue, also Queen Victoria statue. And the demonstrator was actually protesting it following the discovery of unmarked grave of the indigenous people and indigenous children in Canada. And the royal has been seen as the representative of that country in the colonial times. So that's why all those people has been demonstrating and protesting and ripping down statues. Yeah? But it's, you don't know what to say about that sometimes, Sometimes, and I know sometimes even in the UK we've seen people being ripping down statues and saying, this shouldn't be, we shouldn't have these statues up again. But it can open a wide debate, and you don't know what is the best thing to say sometimes, So you gotta say, I don't know, I really don't know. Don't forget, you can like and subscribe to this program. Yeah, thank you. And Africa, move to Africa. In Africa, a lot of African leaders has gathered in Zambia at the President Kaunda, the founding president of Africa nationalism, and they've all been attending his memorial. The president died at the age of 93. Countries such as Ghana, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Kenya have all been representing and paying homage and paying respect to what they call one of the fathers of Africa, the late Kenneth Kaunda. And I know Mr. Kenneth Kaunda has done great things over the years trying to bring Africa together. And he's probably one of the sort of, the one of these leaders now, the last of what you could call the great leaders in Africa, or the last fighters who, who fought to get their country independent. So he's in the list of one of those last of the great African fighters, yeah. Moving on. Yeah. Sports. Now, sports is big at the moment, isn't it? It's taking over the world. And what else can I say? What am I going to say? The Euro. Now, England has beaten the Ukraine to get into the semi-final of the Euro. And I wonder if they're going to get to the final. If they get to the final, they will actually play Italy. Italy is in the final. I think that will be on Sunday, actually. And so we see how they do. They're playing tonight, so we see how they do, you know what I mean? And I gotta say a big shout out to the boy, the star of England, one of the stars of England. And he's, at the moment, I'm going to say it. I'm going to put my neck out there and say it. He's the main star of England, the man who scored more goals in the Indian team at the moment than anybody else. Raheem Sterling, the boy from Brent. But Raheem Sterling was actually born in Jamaica, Kingston. And he came to this country when he was very young. And the boy has done good. And a lot of people in the Caribbean and the Caribbean diaspora has looked up to this gentleman and see the great things he's doing. And he is a marvelous, marvelous influence of what he's actually doing. And we say big shout out to Raheem Sterling and the England team. So I wonder, is it coming home? Is it coming home? We'll have to see later on tonight. As I say, I think we'll actually catch the second half of that match. And I don't know what the score is at the moment, and I wouldn't tell you anyway because that would be just disrupting your entertainment. But I look forward to seeing the match later on. Also, there was another, as I say, Raheem Sterling passed the ball to Kane, and Kane put it in the net. Also, Maguire also scored a goal. So it's a big shout out to the England team. But I wonder, as I say, well, is it coming home? Is it coming home? But we'll have to wait and see if he's coming home, you know what I mean? And, I mean, I love my football, and it's a shame I have to be doing this program to be, you know what I mean? Because we do these things, and we have to do it on time, you know what I mean? And so we just do it like that. So it's be good to see the highlights later. Or as I say, I'm hoping by the time this program is finished, we'll actually catch the second half, yeah? Marvelous. Moving on. Another talking about sports. Now, Diane Asher-Smith insists she is, in common terms, I can only put this in common terms, she is not scared of any athletes in the 100 meters. Yeah. And that's something she's actually pointing out to the Jamaican athletes, also the American athletes. And she says she's looking forward to it. And let's say she win the 100 meters in Manchester. You know what I mean? She win the 100 meter titles in Manchester. And she's going to Tokyo. And she says she's not a bit concerned of what her rivals will do or what her rivals won't do. And I said Diane Asher-Smith is actually a very fantastic athlete. And she's very marvelous. And yes, I could see she's doing great things. So we wish her all the best. And the other thing is, because I suspect she's possibly of Caribbean descendants. So it will be see how she gets on with the Jamaicans and the other people, the United States. And some of those United States athletes are also Caribbean descendants. So it's one big melting pot. And it'll be fantastic to see how that gets on. And I think it'll be absolutely marvelous. It'll be absolutely great. So I am actually looking forward to see it. And that's not too far away. Did you realize that? That's not too far away. The Tokyo Olympics, it's only in a couple of weeks' time. It's time to start. Yeah. But I'm actually looking real forward to that. Now moving on. So, moving on to a big festival which is held in Jamaica. Legendary Jamaican singer Jimmy Cliff. I call him the harder they come. Yeah, the legendary Jimmy Cliff, the harder they come. And he has said the Jamaican festival song competition is in its 55-year anniversary. And he says the competition has actually very good, and it has opened the way for artists to show their talent. And if they win, they get a lot of exposure. You know what I mean? And he says it's a good thing, and it's a good thing. And it's been going for years and years, and so he's quite happy with it. And we said he should keep going because he loves it, and I myself love it myself. You know what I mean? And I say if you're in that festival song competition, you get automatic airplay, so your tunes will be heard all the time. You know what I mean? So it's a wonderful platform for those artists who took part in that. Because I remember things. I remember that probably one of the first tunes that was in that. Bam bam, what a bam bam, Toots and the Maytals. I also remember the legendary Eric Donaldson. Oh Cheerio, Cheerio, baby, baby, you're a Cheerio. So I remember those wonderful tunes, which is actually marvelous. And Jimmy Cliff has also said he has never took part in that competition. What he loves it, and it's amazing. I think Butcher Banton actually won it last year, and it's due soon. I think in the next couple of months it'll be up again. I said they're celebrating the 55 years anniversary. So we'll see how that goes. And sometimes you get some, as I said, sometimes you get some really good tunes out of that, and you get some really good artists who does very, very well, and it'll be absolutely marvelous. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and it's one of those very few song competition that you sort of get some really when it's been judged, you start to get some really very good songs out of it, and you actually get some really really big stars that makes what we call the breakthrough. Yeah. Entertainment. Nick Cannon has allegedly become a father again. This is just allegedly. I have to say allegedly. And his girlfriend, Alicia Scott, there is rumors that she has given birth to another child. And allegedly, Nick Cannon, this is his 7th child. And he was also married to, who else? Mariah Carey, which is marvelous. I love Mariah Carey. And it's funny now if we're going to talk about marriage, Mariah Carey was actually married to, who else? Tommy Mottola, the giant of Sony Music. So we say big congratulations to Nick Cannon. And yes, there's nothing more I can say about that. But it's just big congratulations. And I say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. And program is produced by Break Tru TV at gmail.com. You can get in touch with us as well. And if you have an occasion where you'd like anything to be screened, or if you got a special event, Break Tru TV can take care of this for you. Also, don't forget the Reggae Jam Jam Jerk Center. Get in touch with them and say, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And now it is time for my rant. Yeah, my rant. Now, there's a lot of people been making a big deal about this. And I don't know why they're making a big deal about this, but they've been making a big deal about it. And yes, it's a statue. And I don't know why it's been, it's been such a big deal. And sometimes you can see things, and sometimes you can't see things. And that will give you a clue of what you can see and what you can't see. And as I say, I don't understand why sometimes people don't see things for what they are, or they don't just have a look of what it is. So, the statue of Princess Diana and a few, and I think there's 3 children on it, has been unveiled by her 2 children, Prince Harry and Prince William. Now, on social media, there has been a lot of, complaint. Some people say it's not shiny enough, it's not look alive, and all kind of things like that. But I wonder, it's a statue. It's not supposed to be alive. I think it's a wonderful statue. I don't think it's supposed to be alive. I don't think it's supposed to be shining. It represents the wonderful lady who she was, and her sons was there to unveil it, which is marvelous. And I can't see what the complaint is about, as these people hasn't got anything better to do. There's lots of stuff going on in the world, and they're complaining about a statue. It sits beautifully in the wonderful garden that it is. I think it's actually Kensington Palace. And so I can't understand why people's been wafting about it and moaning about it. It's been on the social media. It's been in some of the newspapers. And what's the big deal? And you have celebrities as well moaning about the statue. I think it's a fantastic statue. It does what it's supposed to do, represent the wonderful lady that she was. So I don't know what is the big deal of people saying, oh, this is that and this is... What do you expect? It's a statue. It's not a human. It's not alive. It's not supposed to be alive. Over the years, we've seen some absolutely dreadful statue. I don't say this is a dreadful statue. It is not a dreadful statue. It's a wonderful statue. So I just wonder if people hasn't got anything better to do or any time in their life, or the first little thing they see, they jump on it and say blah, 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 which is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? So, I know. So I really don't understand why that is, you know what I mean, and what is going on there. And as I say, sometimes I call a lot of these people possibly time wasters. Or do they want to get in more publicity? You think they have enough publicity as it is? You know? I know. But as I say, you think they've had more publicity as it is. But they keep going on about the statue. Busybodies they are. They are what you call busybodies. Nothing better to do. The world is in such a state. We are in Corona time. And a lot of us been locked down for like 2020, you know what I mean? We're trying to get out of this lockdown, and people is moaning about a statue. Oh, dear me. This is what I'm saying. Doesn't make any sense. It's a wonderful works of art. It's art, isn't it? It's art. You're going to get art in different stages, you know what I mean? Some art is fine, and some art is, you know what I mean? Some art, that's art. That's art. I mean, I recall, I recall some years ago now. Now if we want to talk about art, I recall some years ago, some people had put, so let's say it's a bottle with, with feces in it. Yeah? And they call that art. Now that is disgusting. You see what I'm saying? That is absolutely disgusting. And yet, you have people out there moaning about a statue, which I think is marvelous, and it represents the wonderful lady who she was, you know what I mean? And I'm going to say all those people who put, feces in a bottle and call it art, it's just nasty. nasty people. So I don't understand it. So as I say, and I would like to one of these days, I would like to actually I would actually like to go and see that statue myself. But as you say, because of what's going on now, the lockdown is coming to an end. So, I would like to actually go and see what this statue is really like, you know what I mean? I like to, and even people who haven't seen it close up, you know what I mean? A lot of these people haven't gone and see it really close up, right up against it, you know what I mean? And they still moan about it, If you see close up and right on it now, then you could have some, but some of them only see it on pictures, televisions, and social media and pictures, you know what I mean? And they still moan about it. As I say, I don't think people have anything better to do sometimes. They're bored. But one of them ones. Moving on. Now, my next little rant. Now, this is something I actually experienced myself. And I don't know what to say about this. I call it man with car. A couple of days ago, I was actually driving in one of Birmingham, the south side. The east side or the southeast side of Birmingham. A very, very packed street, chock-a-block, what you call it. And I was going forward like you do, driving on the left-hand side of the road. Now there's a man, while I was driving on the left-hand side of the road, he's trying to park his car. Nothing wrong with that. So he's trying to park his car. His car is facing to the right. So nothing wrong with that, because you can do that. So he's doing sort of a right side parking. Nothing wrong with that. Now what I suddenly noticed is that somebody else wanted the parking space, and a man was standing there with his foot at the back of the car wheel, and he's got his camera out. So he was photographing this man who's trying to reverse, And he's photographing this man, and he was saying, go on, run my foot over. So he's trying to run, if he's trying to say, run my foot over. So what he's actually doing, he's photographing someone who's trying to park, and he's got his foot out in the way. And if he's trying to say, run my foot over, he's there photograph it. And I suppose what he's doing then is, because he's got his camera and photographing it, if the man has run on his foot, he would have sued him. That's what it's all about. And you know what? It actually brought the whole road to what you call roadblock. Yeah? Total roadblock. And the sad thing about it is that back in the day, you could say to a police officer, and I'm not knocking the police, back in the day you could say to a police officer, come and sort this out. But there was no police around. And that is one of the sad things about it, because the police got more things to do anyway. But one sad thing about it, back in the day you could get a police officer to come and sort this out and stop it. Because what you could see was I was actually glad to get away. Because what was actually happening, you could see a tension being built up. You know, you could see the tension being built up. And any moment, I was glad to get out of there. I finally was able to get out of there. And I had to go like this, rooms, and then go the other side of the road and get out. But what it does, it brings the tension. You could see the tension was building up there. And it's all sort of different cultures that lived in that particular place. And there's nothing you could say, you could see like, because sometimes, different cultures clash. And you could actually see something was actually going to happen. And I'm glad I actually get out of there. And a lot of people was gathering as well. A lot of people was gathering, and it becomes a little bit frightening. And as I say, the sad thing about it, you never see a police officer to sort of, if they had been there back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, if there had been somebody been there, they would have been able to sort of diffuse the situation, because Summit only got to kick off, and Summit was just about to kick off. And but I got out of there quickly with a great deal of luck, And at one time I was a little bit worried, because there's nothing worse than when you're trapped into a situation like that, you don't know what to do. But I'm glad I actually got out of there, and it was, it was sorted out. So those are the kind of stupidness that you see go on sometimes. And sometimes you see the drivers on the road, their stupidness. The other thing that sort of disgusts me as well is that Birmingham is holding the Commonwealth Games. Now, a lot of these roads you go around in Birmingham, they double park on the road. A lot of these people double park, mainly on a lot of these side roads. They park on the pavement, they park everywhere. Sometimes you can't walk on the pavement. If you go up a side road, it's double park, so you can't go up the road. You have to reverse back down the road. And as I say, Birmingham is holding the Commonwealth Games, and I think the Birmingham councillor who runs Birmingham needs to get to the bottom of this. And sometimes I've heard people say sometimes when a lot of people say, and I've heard this from different sources, so the council must be frightened of sending people in to sort this out, because some of the neighborhood they think are getting so tough, which is absolutely ridiculous. So, and I think they should sort things out, because people pay the council tax. You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, this sort of thing is something, and it shouldn't be happening. So I hope sometime, and I wonder if it's just certain areas. I don't think this is going all over the country. You know what I mean? Or it's probably because it's the people who just live in the area. Because I can't imagine this is going all over the country. But in some part of the country, and I've heard different things from different parts. In some part of the country, it's absolutely ridiculous. And you must have experienced yourself. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I don't know what's happened. But things like that can actually bring conflict very, very easy. You know what I mean? Very, very easy. And, well, you don't know. Anyway, my guest, I'm expected to speak to very, very soon. Yeah. And I'm sure she's going to be able to tell me what's on her mind. And I have to sort of check if she's on the line very, very soon, and see what she's has to tell me about what is on her mind. I got to wait a little while anyway. So, let me ask you then, who is going to win the football match tonight? Who is it? And is England going to go into the final? Yes. And I quite, I saw when when I started watching when I saw Italy the first time, I actually thought Italy was actually gonna get to the final, and Italy, okay, has actually get to the final. But one really said to me, the UK better win. My guest is on the line, so let me say hello. How you doing? Are you there? Hello, hello. Talk to me, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
How you doing? My guest will be on the line soon. As I say, everybody's on the phone, everybody's on WhatsApp, everybody on the line, and because the football is on, so that'll take probably a little bit of time to sort of get connected. Hello, are you there? So it will take a little bit of time for you to get connected to me. How you doing? So, as I was asking, who's gonna win the final? One person said to me, the UK, and we hope so. We hope the UK will be able to do it this time. Let me say hello. How you doing? We say hope the UK will be able to do it this time. And I'm still waiting for my guests.
I'm fine.
Ah, hello. 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 As I say, we're having some technical problems.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me well. Can you hear me well?
Hello.
Yeah?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Speak up a bit louder, please. Thank you. Thank you for collecting. So, thank you for joining our program. So let me ask you then, what is your name?
Kush Goldie.
Kush Goldie. That is an unusual name. Where do you get such a name from? Wonderful name. Where do you get such a name from? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Where do you get
Hello.
I can hear you. Where do you get such a name from?
I'm calling from Harborne.
Okay. I'm talking about your name. How's your name? How do you achieve that name?
How did I get my name?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
It's Kush is an ancient name from Ethiopia.
Okay.
And it's a name that I don't know. It was given to me. It just come to my mind, and I came to realise that it was the name for Ethiopia.
Marvelous. It's very unusual.
And Goldie, because I've got golden kind of brown hair, and I've got locks.
Marvelous.
So Kush Goldie.
Marvelous. So Kush, what do you do? Tell me what do you do before we go into your rants. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
I'm a designer.
Okay.
An artist. I'm in a family group called The King and Queen.
Okay. Marvelous.
And an entrepreneur, artist, designer.
Okay.
Basically, that's what I am.
Marvelous. And how long have you been doing that?
Well, I've been doing art way before I went to school.
Okay.
I was quite good at art. Yeah. And, this was followed through by my teachers who all, helped me to pursue my career in art. So I've been doing it for I'd say a good 50 years.
Marvelous. Do you like it? Hello?
Pardon?
Do you like it?
Hi?
You enjoy it?
Yes, I absolutely enjoy it. It's an extension of me, myself, Kush Goldie.
Marvelous.
So art is definitely a part of who I am, what I am, and what I represent.
Marvelous. So, what's on your mind, Kush? Tell me what's on your mind. What do you want to get off?
What's on my mind?
What do you want to get off your?
There's a lot on my mind.
What do you want to get off? Let's make a start. What do you want to get off your chest? I should say.
But what's on my mind? Really is that I've been thinking about all these retail shops in Birmingham that have closed down during COVID.
Yeah.
These popular brand stores like John Lewis.
Yeah.
Like Debenhams and House of Fraser, which everybody was so, happy to come to Birmingham to visit.
Yeah.
And now we're in Brumtown and everything's gone. All those retail shops that have gone for your retail therapy, they've all gone now.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's just sad.
Okay. And
So
carry on.
So I think it's sad for people that, you know, what would have been a bit of enjoyment or a family day out, a trip down to Birmingham to come to these department stores,
Mm-hmm.
to bond with the family and do shopping, have all gone.
Yeah. And do you do you see an answer to it? Do you see an answer? Do you see an answer to it? Is there an answer to? Is there an answer to it, or is it because one of the thing is that everything is online now?
Yes, everything's online now, but luckily Birmingham has a new retail therapy place.
Okay.
Called Red Brick Market.
Okay, and where's that?
It's in Digbeth. It's 119 Flood Gate Street.
Okay.
And there's a lot of units down there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of different wears and tears.
Yeah.
You've got K-pop, which is a store which caters for the Korean pop scene.
Yeah.
You've got JJ's, a vintage store. You've got Dart Bull. Mm-hmm. Dart Bull originates from Birmingham, and they collaborate with charities in Africa, India, all over. So they do vintage stuff, and they collaborate with different charities.
Okay.
You've also got Selective Steez. That's another retro vintage. You've got Angry Mouse, which is a T-shirt firm and bag firm. That's their own logo. Yeah. You've got a selection of people down there that have set up, all new to Birmingham, but Birmingham local people. Yeah. You've got retro kimonos. They do vintage old Chinese, Japanese kimonos. Mm-hmm. And then you've got us, Freaking Fabulous.
Okay, Freaking Fabulous.
And Freaking Fabulous is a family-run business.
Okay.
Which is run by me.
All right.
Kush Goldie, my daughter, Soulful Eye.
Okay.
And my son, King J. Raz.
Yeah.
And my other son, Taliban.
Okay, marvelous.
And we've combined as a family to set up a
family business.
Retail business to get people absolutely freaking fabulous.
I like that.
So, Carl, even you could get freaking fabulous stuff.
I could get freaking fabulous stuff. Okay, what kind of freaking fabulous stuff can I get?
We could jazz you up in a,
I like my,
give you a new makeover.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, yes, most likely I'll probably check that out one of the days. But let me rewind a little bit. You was talking about all this giant store that has closed in Birmingham. Do you, because I always had it in the back of my mind, way back, in the back of my mind. Do you think there was too many of them? Do you think there was too many of those big stores at one time? You know what I mean? Because it was everywhere, wasn't it? And you can only you can only compete, and you cannot. No matter how much people there is, because like people are always gonna go different places anyway. You know what I mean? But do you think there was too many of those big stores around? Say comparing to say the 80s or the early 90s. And all of a sudden we see all these big stores coming to being. Do you think there was too many of them? I know people has gone online, but do you I sometimes think there probably was too many of those massive big stores anyway,
Well, yes, there was a lot of stores. And I suppose it kind of throws out the local business people.
Exactly.
So now
Yeah.
is our time as Birmingham residents to entertain everybody with what we've got.
Okay.
So, at the end of the day now, it's because of COVID.
Yeah.
And, and we now have the opportunity as small businesses, and especially as small black businesses, to come forward and present what we've got to offer. Yeah. And hopefully, in a few years' time, become one of those big department stores where we can, hire the local people of Birmingham to work for us.
That's marvelous. What do you think? Let me ask you. Let me play devil's advocate here. Do you think African Caribbean business or British African Caribbean business have been a bit too slow to work with each other over the years? Hello.
Could you say that again? I've kind of.
Do you think? You're talking about the business there. I'm saying we all come together. Yeah. What do you think? Africa. I say British African Caribbean business. I don't say black.
Yeah.
I say British African Caribbean business. Do you think? Do you think they have been a bit slow in coming together and sort of working together as a whole?
I think so.
As a whole cooperative. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes. I really do think everybody's slow in working together, because I think if people supported each other's more, there would be more black-owned businesses that would thrive and stay alive. Yeah. But it's very difficult in this time to set up a business, especially when you're probably just catering for one set of people. So you've got to kind of think outside the box to try and cater for everybody.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Because as a collective, it is quite slow. People either think if you're a black business, they think that what you're selling is going to be more expensive than everybody else's. And to be truthful, sometimes maybe it is a little bit more expensive because your overheads are probably going to be more than somebody who's more established and have got like a family group where, everybody chips in and they help out, and, a lot of businesses, black businesses, don't have that. So they may be a little bit more expensive, but that's only because they're trying to cover all their overheads.
Okay, I'll tell you what I like about the sound of your business, which I haven't seen, some I've seen and some I haven't seen. I'll tell you what I like about it, the idea about your business, how it sounds to me. I'll tell you what I like about it. It opens to everyone. Your business sounds like it is open to everyone, no matter what race you are, no matter what color you are, everyone.
Exactly.
And that's what the thing I always find the drawbacks about, say, what I call British African Caribbean business is that they've always been a bit slow to open up everybody, to redo their store and make it, big, open up to everybody. You can't just keep selling to let's use the word. You can't just keep selling to the black community. You know what I mean? You can't just keep selling. You have to open your business to be very successful. You have to go to, you have to open a business really. I look at some of these, I know I'm going on. I look at some of these fairs, right? I go to some of these festivals, right? I go to some of these African Caribbean business, in different units, whether it be in like different sections of like, say, an arena. And we'll have all these black business in there, right? And at the end of the day, They pay money to rent the stores, right? They pay money to rent the stores, and they pay to do different things, yeah? But at the end of the day, I bet at the end of the day, they hardly make £100 when it's finished. When they finish at the end of the day. That's what I say about, and all they're selling there is like to the black community anyway. You know what I mean? So I bet they hardly make about £100 at the end of the day. Instead of
it's true.
Instead of sort of open up the whole damn business to everybody. You see what I'm saying? Answer me. This is supposed to be your rant. Answer me. But I had to put that in because I see so many times.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
And, like I said, we're hoping that everybody will come down to the Red Brick Market and check us out down there, because we have a lot to offer. If you want to be styled, we can style you.
Yeah.
If you're unsure of what kind of fashion really suits you, then we can advise you. So we're offering quite a good selection of our services to the public.
Yeah, marvelous. And what days are you open? What days are you open?
Well, we're open 6 days a week.
Okay.
7 days a week, from Monday to Sunday, from Monday to Saturday at 10 o'clock until 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And on a Sunday, 10 o'clock until 5 p.m.
Okay. And how are things going? How are you doing? How would you say I know you're probably just started. How you'd say you're
slowly picking up.
Yeah. That's marvelous.
It's early days, and we just need to get the word out there and get people to connect to our brand. As I said, we're a family business.
Yeah.
We present ourselves with peace, love, and unity.
Okay.
And we give every customer our true loving effect of, how we present ourselves to the customer and the service that we give to the customers.
Marvelous. So where do you see your business in the next, say, 5 years' time?
5 years' time, we want to be the big brand. We want to be the Debenhams and the House of Fraser, where we will be able to employ quite a few people from Birmingham.
That's marvelous. I love that. I really love that. And
go global as well, so we're known all over the world.
That's marvelous. I really love that. That is what I'm talking about.
And also we want to be able to support charities.
Yeah.
And and to be able to give our services, especially to Birmingham and what is going on in Birmingham. The youth that need some care and some support from their elders, so that we can eradicate this gun and knife crime.
Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. I love the whole aspect of the whole, the whole idea of that, and I've often looked at different things, and even sometimes we talk about sort of reggae music and the T-shirt and all the rest of it, and you see all the logos, from the reggae music feel, or the and you haven't got what's sort of disappoint me at the time. You haven't got like a big giant of a, say, black business that is actually running that. It's run by somebody else. You know what I mean? All the T-shirts, all the reggae T-shirt you see, all the this, all the that, you know what I mean? All the things on the emblem. You don't see a really black business, a massive black organization business is running that. What you see is like black people always have to be buying into that. And that should be like, like, say even Bob Marley things, you know what I mean? All the T-shirt on whether the armband, whether the this or whether the that, the whole art, you know what I mean? Whether it's the necklace. You don't see a big black business, you know what I mean, running that massive black business, running that. You don't see it here. It's
you don't.
You have to be buying it. You have to be buying it from somebody else, And that's why I like to see black business do so marvelous and so well, you know what I mean, to I don't know, to get it going.
Definitely.
Yeah, just get it going.
Definitely. And we hope that's what we're not hoping, we know that's what we're going to bring to the table. We're going to bring a new brand, a brand that everybody from the Caribbean should be proud of and should, subscribe to, because it's, like I said, we're spreading love, peace and unity throughout the brand. And we're hoping that we will get some big companies
Get
to,
involved.
to come on board and help us to pursue what we're doing as well.
Marvelous. That's marvelous. That's marvelous. And you got any other ideas? Because I know you guys also perform. You're also an artist, aren't you? You're also into music as well, aren't you? Hello.
Hello.
I says you guys are also into music. How is that? How are you planning any shows after the lockdown, or how's that gonna go?
Us with the music.
Yeah. How's that gonna go? What's the name of your group? Tell us the name of your group again. Hello.
The King and Queen.
Yeah.
Are working on some new tunes.
Okay.
We're working on some new. We're doing some songwriting at the moment, and we're working on some new rhythm tracks.
Yeah.
So we would say by the end of the year, we should have quite a few new stuff for you to play, Carl, on the radio.
yeah. Anytime, my sister. And so, how you been doing in the lockdown? How's the lockdown been going for you? This so-called lockdown. How's that been going?
Well, the lockdown really, we just continued as normal.
Yeah.
We kind of closed our eyes to what was going on TV. We don't watch the TV really, and we just carried on continuing with our songwriting, developing ourselves. Mm-hmm. Me and my daughter, Soulful Eye, had a show called the Lockdown Friday Show, which we've kind of put on the back boiler at the moment, but we are bringing it back around September. We're going to be bringing on board some of the local Birmingham new up-and-coming artists to come on the show and, to highlight themselves.
Marvellous. Fantastic. Great. Fantastic.
So that's what we're doing at the moment. We're just going through all the procedures to make sure that this is going to happen big and broad and, transcend itself all over the world, because we want to put Birmingham on the map now, because there's some absolutely fantastic, wicked artists coming out of Birmingham now.
Yeah, that is true.
And we want to highlight them, and we want to give people a platform, as you are giving people a platform, Carl.
Yeah, thank you. Coming from that background, even back in the days when you got your own tune, people wouldn't play your tune, and you have to pay. You know the background. Yeah, you have to pay them money.
Yeah.
You have to pay them money. You know what I mean? You have to pay them money to even play one of your tunes. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't even look at it to say, well, I know him. I may not like his tune, but I know him. Let me give him a try. Even that, they don't even have the respect, to say, well, I know him, I've seen him around. He's trying. Let me try to, even if I don't like the tune, let me try. And people don't think like that, They also a lot of them just think about themselves. They wouldn't even think, well, he's trying. Let me plug his tune a little bit. I may not like the tune, but let me try him because he's trying. And with me, give him a little bit of plug here. You know what I mean? He may be able to, get things better, tighten up the thing what he's doing, and move on forward. But a lot of people don't think that, they just think of them damn self all the time, And as I say, having coming from that background, I always try to sort of give, give people an opportunity, because an opportunity that I never had. I've never been given to. All the opportunity I've had to go for it myself,
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So that's it. And I work with a few colleagues as well, you know what I mean? And I must say one other thing, I must say a big shout out to New Star Radio, you know what I mean? So they actually gave me the opportunity to to do what I want. So I gotta say big shout out to New Star Radio, because they actually gave me the opportunity to sort of do what I want to do. Anyway, Sandra, gosh, sorry, my apologies. Well, I don't know why I call it that. Somebody was up in my head. Let me say thank you for tuning in to the program. It's been marvelous. Kush, it's been marvelous.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
And keep up the good work, because We absolutely love you.
Thank you.
And we love what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
And 5 years from now, how do you see yourself?
Sorry? In 5 years from now, how do I say? I just keep doing what I want. What I do. One of the main things I do. I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. You know what I mean? I love what I do. And once you start loving what you do, you will achieve. You know what I mean? You will achieve your goal. So in 5 years' time, you never know. This whole network that we're doing in 5 years' time will be a big, giant of a network. You know what I mean? With different people coming on board, and we expanding because at the moment, there's only us doing what we're doing in Birmingham. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're the only person that's doing what we're doing here. So in 5 years' time, you know what I mean, we should be a big breakout, and you know what I mean. That's how we hope to go. That's how we hope to go. Yeah. Let me say thank you.
Well, great.
Thank you. Thanks for taking part in the program. And
thank you. And I'd like to say to all the viewers out there, follow Freaking Fabulous at Freaking Fabulous on Instagram. Follow us, like us, share us.
Okay then. Thank you very much. God bless you. Look after yourself, my sister. Take care. Bye. Right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you. Cheers.
Big blessings to you and the crew.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for taking part.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Get freaking fabulous.
Thank you, freaking fabulous there. Thank you, guys. It's been marvelous. Let me say thank you for Crush Gold there. Thanks you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There you see it. I think it went actually really well today. Really good. I actually enjoyed it. It's been fantastic. Let me say thanks for all you guys who actually tuned in and do what you do. And thanks for the support. You know, thanks for that wonderful lady, Crush Goldie, who actually come and tell us what's on her mind. Yeah? Thank you very much. Oh, let me say a big shout out to one of our wonderful lady who's trained with us. You know what I mean? And her name is Chichi. I'm going to call her that. She knows exactly what we mean. Let me say big Chicho. Let me say big thank you for special thanks and tuning into the show. You know what I mean? Let me say, and she's our special trainee. And Chichochi, let me say thank you. and I know I probably haven't got her name right, but she knows who she is, you know what I mean? So let me say thank you. And you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Like she's actually been marvelous, and she's one of our trainees here, you know what I mean? She does all the graphics and that you see up there. And she's a fine, wonderful young lady, you know what I mean? And it's absolutely marvelous. Let me say thank you. My time is almost coming to an end. Don't forget, thanks to our sponsor. Yeah. Thanks to our sponsor. Yeah. ACMC Center. New Star Radio 98.7 FM. Thank you. And the Reggae Jam Jerk Center. Let me say thank you again for tuning in. And as I say, New Star Radio 98.7 FM is our sponsor. Break Tru Studio as well. Record, master mix. They do all that, and so you can get in touch. And Break Tru also do live streams of funerals, parties, and video production. Please get in touch with us. And get in touch with Break Tru TV. And for security of your property also, you can get in touch. You see it on the screen, so take a look and check it out. Thank you. My time is up. We'll be back here next week, all being well. Thank you. God bless. Come on, England.